The studio lights blazed as Sarah settled into her seat in the audience. She was here to witness a highly anticipated televised debate between Saul and Dr. Elizabeth Chen, a renowned skeptic and critic of Saul's movement. As the cameras began rolling, the moderator introduced the participants.
Tonight we have Saul, the man behind the controversial New Dawn movement, facing off against Dr. Elizabeth Chen, professor of sociology and author of The Illusion of Unity.
Dr. Chen opened with a blistering critique.
Mr. Saul, your promises of global unity and technological salvation are not just unrealistic, they're dangerous. You're exploiting people's fears and vulnerabilities in the wake of the mass disappearances.
Saul listened, his piercing blue eyes never leaving Dr. Chen. When he spoke, his voice was calm, resonant with an underlying power that seemed to fill the studio.
Dr. Chen, I understand your skepticism. In fact, I welcome it.
Saul began, his smile disarmingly warm.
But let me ask you this. In the face of unprecedented global crises, can we afford to cling to old ways of thinking?
He turned to face the camera directly, his charisma palpable even through the screen.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Chen represents the old guard, brilliant minds trapped in outdated paradigms, but we're entering a new era that demands new solutions.
Saul proceeded to dismantle Dr. Chen's arguments one by one, his responses a masterful blend of logic, emotion, and vision. He painted a picture of a world transformed, backing his claims with a dazzling array of data and projections. As the debate progressed, Sarah noticed a subtle shift in Dr. Chen's demeanor. The professor's rebuttals became less forceful, her expressions betraying a growing uncertainty. In a pivotal moment, Saul addressed Dr. Chen directly.
Elizabeth, may I call you Elizabeth? I know you've dedicated your life to understanding human societies. Imagine being part of the greatest societal transformation in history. Your insights would be invaluable in shaping this new world.
Dr. Chen hesitated, visibly conflicted.
I admit some of your proposals are intriguing, but the risks?
Saul gently cut her off.
There are always risks in progress, but I ask you, isn't the greater risk doing nothing? Allowing our world to spiral further into chaos?
As the debate concluded, it was clear that Saul had not just won the argument, he had won over his staunchest critic. Dr. Chen, looking somewhat dazed, shook Saul's hand.
Perhaps we should discuss this further,
she conceded. The studio erupted in applause. Sarah sat stunned, her unease growing. She glanced at David, who whispered,
"Did we just watch one of the world's top critical thinkers get converted on live TV?"
Sarah nodded grimly.
If he can do that to someone like Dr. Chen.
As they left the studio, the crowd outside was buzzing with excitement. Saul's supporters cheered, many holding signs proclaiming him as the leader the world needed. Even former skeptics were visibly reconsidering their positions. Sarah couldn't shake a feeling of dread. Saul's ability to persuade was unlike anything she'd ever seen. It wasn't just his words. There was something almost hypnotic about his presence, a force that seemed to reshape reality around him.
We need to dig deeper.
She murmured to David.
There's more to Saul than charisma. Whatever it is, it's changing the world faster than anyone realizes.
As they walked away, the chants of the crowd echoed behind them. Saul! 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 The rise of a new era had begun, and Sarah feared they were already too late to stop it.